to some of the better teams in the league.
Well, that's an interesting point. I know my partner, he doesn't like getting paid in Monopoly money as he usually does either. He likes that real stuff, that green.
I mean, again, you go back to the Portland trade that I think that put Portland over the top, where you have to get rid of Stoudemire and you have to get rid of Williams because you need that salary room.
Yeah.
So will they be able to keep Carter? Will they be able to keep McGrady when those guys come up?
Well, time will tell. It's just a matter of whether these guys really want to win first or they want the money first.
All right, Horace Grant makes it a 39-37 game. We get a 20-second timeout. It's Bad Boys reunion tonight, and let's check out a Bad Boys memory as you see the Pistons wearing those World Championship uniforms. Michigan National Bank presents Bad Boys Memories. Down 3 with just seconds left on the clock in Game 3 of the 1989 Finals, the Lakers still had one last chance to tie the game. But LA's three-peat hopes were dealt a severe blow when Joe Dumars sealed the win with the most memorable defensive play in Pistons history. There's that Bad Boys banner. And there's Joe D. Looking right in red, white, and blue. With 22.8 seconds to play here in the half. It's great to have Isaiah with us. Great to have all the guys here this evening. I'm happy for you. You get to have a reunion and enjoy yourself.
Thanks, George.
Don't go home too early now. Enjoy it.
It's only one thing about those uniforms. They need to pull the shorts up a little bit.
Yeah, I would agree.
Get those socks higher, too.
They need to get back to the hot pants.
There you go. Jerome Williams, he's got the idea, at least half of it anyhow.
At least with the socks.
Yeah, but you can't wear the high whites with the long shorts.
Looks
you got to
like
wear
pants.
high whites with some short shorts.
There you go. Hey, Zeke, it's been great seeing you. I've missed seeing you around. You're doing a great job.
Terrific job with the network. And I love having a guy of your stature in the studio. Out of the 20, Grant showing some stature, takes the baseline. He has 11.
Magic have plenty of time.
Darrell Armstrong stumbles down the lane, and there's the reason, says Mr. Richardson.
Richardson's got a nice little dance step going there.
Let's look back at Grant's last hoop before we check out whether this should have been a foul or not.
Well, Pistons always very good. Alvin Gentry does a nice job of designing plays out of the timeout. And this was the last call. Didn't see much contact. But that was very fortunate if you're the Orlando Magic.
But Chuck had a chance to work the officials down there. He screamed about Armstrong not getting fouled before. And that's the wisdom of the bench paying off again.
A little bug in the air always helps.
No question. And Armstrong made good on the whistle. And that's a two-point game again, just before halftime. Reeves, that counts if it goes. It doesn't. We got a great ball game going here. The Pistons with a 41-39 halftime lead on the Eastern Conference leading Orlando Magic as Alvin Gentry's team tries to make it 7 wins in a row. Thank you, Captain.
Thank you, George.
Great seeing you.
Zeke, thanks a lot.
Thanks, KT.
This is the Pistons Television Network. Welcome back to the Palace. George Blaha along with Kelly Tripucka.
Get out of the way,
and
Mike.
Pistons trainer Mike Abdenauer. Pistons with a 41-39 halftime lead. Bison Dele, who's been playing up a storm during the winning streak, went at it again in the first half.
Well, they've gone to him, George. That's the big thing. They've got his confidence up early. He's gotten in good position. A couple of screen and rolls, able to get to the basket and uses the quickness for dunks. Good piston ball movement and has got him in a position to shoot the basketball very good.
Again, they're passing the ball beautifully. They have 15 assists to 8 for Orlando, but the Magic stayed in the ball game at the foul line, 12 for 17 versus 3 out of 4.
And the big stat right there for the Pistons, 28 to 14 points in the paint. They've done a nice job because of the ball movement.
And guess who's here with us, court? So what a great tie.
Look at this.
Hey, how about this, huh?
How can we get one of those?
Hey, 10 years ago I bought this thing.
Knew it'd come in handy sooner or later.
Bill Lambier here for the Bad Boy reunion. Let's check the leading scorers in the first half. Bison Dele with a dozen, Grant with 11. Hardaway with double digits. He's the only one for the Magic. And Orlando's off-season acquisition in the middle, Big Ike Austin, turns it over.
Well, Daly's had the better of that matchup where Austin in the past has been the dominator. They need to get him involved offensively a little bit more, does the Orlando Magic.
Billy, great to have you joining us, and you have fun so far tonight.
Yeah, it's been great seeing all the old guys, and we've been discussing our present team right now.
Bison Daly inside with a hook, and illegal defense called first. Suddenly they're the hottest team in the league, and could be an interesting playoff team. What do you think?
Well, they play very hard, so they're going to win a lot of games during the course of the season. When they get in the playoffs, it's a whole other battle, so that'll be their biggest test.
Well, everybody's pretty much stacked together, but I think you hit it right on the head. They play hard, and we've seen the last 3 or 4 games where they just play harder than the other teams. Other teams have fallen by the wayside and almost quit. And if you play hard enough in this league now, you get yourself a victory.
Well, that's how it's always been. The referees reward all the people that play hard, and if you go out there and every night or consistently play hard, you're going to win the majority of the games. And just like I said, though, you can make the playoffs, but when it comes down to the playoff time, everybody elevates their game. Can they do such?
Game, right?
This would be a nice test for the Pistons here tonight. They have them on their home court, of course, but still it's Orlando, and this team now knows how to win. Witness their coach and their 23-10 record. Well,
you know, they play very well. It was great tribute to Truck Daly this year. They could have folded, and they came out and played very hard. And they're on top of the league right now.
Bison gets another 2.
Lindsay set him up. Lindsay's improved, hasn't he, Bill?
Yeah, he plays good defense. Everybody's complimented him on his defense. He plays strong and hit the open shot.
He probably has the toughest matchup night in and night out from that point guard position, but you're right, it starts with him putting pressure on the basketball early on, and he's been relentless in that category.
I think that's his role.
Armstrong has tied the ball game at 43. Lindsay works against him, gets it back for Bison Daly and buries it. Open shot, down.
Just the guy we were talking about.
It doesn't help.
On
doesn't
cue
hurt to keep
for
doing
Mr.
that.
Lampier. Here comes Armstrong against him. Lob inside. Nice pass, but Penny Hardaway did not finish it.
Yeah, he had a tough time throwing a little behind him. Almost still got it to go, but that was a tough catch.
Don Reed no looks to Bison Daly. The high glasser's good. He has 16, but another sweet Piston feed.
Another open jump shot, too, and he's been the man offensively for the Pistons this evening.
I think that's a shot that Bison Daly, if he ever mastered, would be a tremendous asset to the Pistons.
And we see him use the glass an awful lot, right in that 8 to 10 foot range, and he's very good at it.
He has 16 now, and Don Reed has just picked up his 3rd foul.
And we're going to get another look at it. Good pass inside. Reed to Daly off the glass, and sometimes a lost art using that backboard.
Ike Austin. As the Pistons have now 47-44 lead for Alvin Gentry.
Lammy, we've seen a different kind of center play in the last few years. A lot of guys start playing a lot like you did. Guys able to step out and, you know, not so-called prototype center. Guys that can shoot and put the ball on the floor. What do you think of that?
Well, there aren't many around. You know, and every year the traps become more and more prolific. So you're going to have to be able to hit the 10, 12, 14-foot jump shot if you're a big man. And those that don't will be very limited in how their effectiveness is.
Look at this tie, folks. He bought it 10 years back and looks just as good today.
And look at the uniforms they're wearing. They should continue those uniforms.
We already had a discussion with Zeke a little while ago.
Don't get me started.
And him, I listen to that constantly.
Hey, what is a horse?
We wanted him to put on a uniform one night.
Joe D from downtown, around and off, and the rebound comes off to Penny Hardaway.
It's going to be a collector's item. I don't know where these uniforms are going after the game, but
let's lock them in the locker room. Make sure they use them again.
Well, as Isaiah said, they're clean, they're sharp.
Horace Grant, former Piston opponent when he was with the Bulls, and in the days when Chicago could not get by the Pistons. Among the greatest teams of all time, certainly. Probably should have won 3, could have won 4, but hey, winning back-to-back was an awesome accomplishment, Bill.
Yeah, we had a good little run there, and I think the people of Detroit have really appreciated how hard we played, how much we accomplished, and actually we were just fun to watch.
But I think people came to understand how hard you worked and how much everybody sacrificed too.
And we also, and nowadays, when we were playing, we showed that we scored 95, 90, 89 points, and everybody said how it was so bad for basketball. Every game now, they struggle to score 90 points because the defense has become so what we used to do. We show defense wins. But I'll tell you what, the time is right now for someone like Grant Hill to jump up and make it showtime and score 110 points a game and play solid defense and be the LA Lakers and win the Eastern Conference for the next 5 years.
Yeah, we were talking with Isaiah about he felt the same way. There's not a lot of fast breaking. Nobody really fast breaks. You don't see guys run the lanes and cross underneath, and you see guys pull up and shoot threes on the fast break. Those are things we never heard of back a while ago.
Well, you don't see many players like Grant Hill who could probably be a Magic Johnson, who can come zooming down the court and dish off and hit the open J's or create the easy baskets. That's one thing. If you get easy baskets in the NBA today, you're going to win 75% of the games.
Well, they made one of our cameramen move.
Hey, you know, I have front row seats, and the cameraman gets in the way all the time.
Best seat in the house, except I don't know why how he doesn't trip the referee more often, because those guys fly up and down the court, and they're literally 6 inches from the edge of the court there. I'm surprised more guys don't go tripping.
Oh, they're very, very careful, and should be.
Oh, I'm sure sometimes you'd like to trip them.
Hardaway, Penny against Jones, bounce to Armstrong. Horace Grant right where he wants to be, and that's going to be down 9 times out of 10. That's just his shot.
One step in for Horace. We saw him pass up a couple trying to get a little closer in that first half, but he's deadly from that elbow area.
He doesn't have Bill Laimbeer range, let's put it that way.
No, but he knows it.
Yeah. First lead since it was 7-6 for the Magic, and here's Penny Hardaway off the steal.
Timeout.
Darryl Armstrong again.
Timeout.
Alvin Gentry has the same thoughts that you do, Mr. Laimbeer, and the Pistons will take a timeout. We'll get some final words from Bill Laimbeer in just a moment. 7:20 to play in the third. Orlando 51, the Pistons 48 on Bad Boys Reunion night at the Palace on the Pistons television. Hey, Budweiser's what's on tap at the Palace tonight. You bet your life on that. Also Monday, Indiana's here at 8. Atlanta is 7:30 Wednesday. On the 12th, the Charlotte Hornets come in. And we're playing our Budweiser Dream Sweepstakes, and we do have a winner. Dan Geiger, call us at 248-371-2091 before the end of the game to claim your prize.
Is that Matt Geiger's brother?
Might be. See that Bad Boys banner up there? Bill Laimbeer has joined us here courtside in the third quarter. And before we let Billy go, I got a question for him. Is there any basketball in your future?
Well, right now I am really enjoying myself coaching 11 under girls basketball, AAU basketball, and it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it.
I bet you the salaries aren't as high either.
Yeah, but sometimes the attitudes can be just the same.
Not surprising. And hit the back of the backboard.
I know your daughter's a pretty good player.
She enjoys it.
Tall.
She's tall, but more importantly, I think she has a basketball awareness about her.
She's got some fundamentals to her game.
More than that, she has more court sense. She knows exactly what's going on at all times, and you can't teach that.
Yep, I was going to say, it's something you can't teach, and that's always a unique ability to have.
She'll always be a winner.
What do you think of those jackets you guys put on?
Oh, those were cool.
Sharp, huh?
Yeah, those were outstanding.
That was a very nice touch by the Pistons. That was a surprise, I think, to everybody.
And, you know, and also for me, what I think is the most important thing for all the old players, the uniforms they're wearing tonight was a great touch. And you have to compliment the Pistons for coming out here and doing that for us.
Yeah, that was nice. Lindsey Hunter.
I think the people in the stands enjoy it just as much, too.
Yeah, when they came out and noticed there was some electricity. Orlando shooting about 80%, as you saw a moment ago, here in the third, and they have the lead. It's a big ball game for both teams.
8, 7.
Only 2.5 games separate these two teams. Harpering on the drive, and he has drawn the foul. Well, I hope you stay close to the game, Bill. Love to see you in it at some time. You were so good for it around here, and smart basketball people would do so much for the NBA, so don't put it too far in the back of your mind.
Well, I'll always be around. I enjoy watching the game. I enjoy analyzing the game and what's going on. And I stay close to the players because I can give them a couple words of advice, and it's fun.
All right, great seeing you.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Enjoy yourself.
Straight.
Don't go home too early tonight.
I won't.
Want you to enjoy this.
As long as VJ's still here, he'll be here.
I'll be here. Good night, guys.
All right.
Thanks, Bill.
Lambeau, Bill Laimbeer, joining us courtside at the Palace. And we've got an argument out here in front of us.
We need a
Leroy Richardson and Joe Dumars are chest to chest and face to face, a la the Bad Boys. As Harpering's at the line. Somebody did something, threw something on the floor or whatever, and Harpering, who had missed the first free throw,
they
gets
gave him an
2
extra
more.
shot. Right.
Well, he didn't manage to convert. In the next 2, he gets 1 of those.
This will be on Ike Austin, I think.
And Ike Austin's going to get the foul from Bob Delaney here.
Man, scramble. Things have gotten a little heated, I guess you could say, as Alvin's going to get that suit all sweated up.
Well, this is, as I said, this is a big game.
Well, nothing that a new piece of gum won't cure.
We're heading down the stretch of the season, in this shortened season. Pistons are within 2.5 of the Magic. Starting to breathe down their necks. Joe D from downtown, just short to Hardaway. Orlando with a 2-point lead, 5:22 to play in the third.
Pistons having trouble on the offensive glass. Really one and done the last few times down.
Austin looks it outside to Armstrong. Step up, leaner. Yes.
Got the roll. Short armed it just a little bit, but had enough rotation to spin it over the top of the rim and get the kind roll.
He has 13 and 6 assists.
Well, the Magic have kind of taken the tempo to their favor.
Lindsay thought about it from the wing. Nice deep bounce to Jerome for the hook. No, and it's out of bounds.
Boy, it's too bad because he had great position right underneath the basket. Really sealed his man off. I think he may have got a little quick with the shot. Sometimes Jerome is overactive.
Well, he gives you so much of that sometimes it is hard to just shift to a different gear. Bison Dele sits down. Eric Montross is checked in.
Well, that's almost a part of your game you need to work on. When you say that, it's not a negative, but it's an area where you've got to learn to corral and know when to turn it up and turn it down a little bit.
Darrell Armstrong just tripled. Don't look now, but it's 57 of 50 the Pistons need to make here. Lindsey Hunter out of the ball game. Joe D running things. Grant with a drive. Runs up the floater. Jerome hustles it down.
There's the point where he turned it up.
Yep. Lost it in the lane, though. Penny Hardaway out in front, and Joe D knocks him off the layup.
That's going to be 2, George.
Yeah, that's a clear pass foul. And Penny Hardaway will shoot a pair. 4:11 to play in the third. Orlando with a 57-50 lead.
Great hustle by Jerome as he puts it on the floor, knocked away by Austin when the reach in right there. And Hardaway blows by Joe, but you see, he knew he was beaten, took the foul. Pretty good decision.
Penny at the line, and we want to wish a great lady who has watched the Pistons for years, 87 years young, Billy Van Teen from St. Clair Shores, a happy Easter. And thank her for being such a great, great fan. He has a wonderful family, and I know they're Piston fans too. This is a 16-3 run, so all the fans are starting to hope the Pistons can convert in the offensive end and get a few stops.
You can tell the Magic defensive intensity is up a notch, and that's converting onto the offensive end.
The clock's at 2. Grant throws it up, got a little iron.
And here they are off and running again. They really have the tempo in their favor offensively and defensively.
9-point lead in the ball for Orlando. Austin got too cute. Pistons on the break, and Jerome walked. Oh, that's the call.
Really a difficult pass by Austin in traffic, and Pistons came away with it, but the last minute someone stepped in front of Jerome Williams, and
Bob, it's a shame you're working by yourself tonight.
referee said he took that extra half a step before he put it on the floor, and that's where you get the traveling violation.
Harpering from behind a foul line.
Boy, does that look nice. Set play, a down screen, a half a curl off of it, got himself a foul line jump shot in one motion. Looks real good.
And the Pistons are going to take a timeout here. They need one. 3:12 to play in the third. Orlando's up 11, 61-50. This is the Pistons Television Network. Check clear path to the hoop numbers. Mr. Scorich charting Bison Delays makes 8 of them against 5 misses, and man,
well, if you were
getting some good shots.
And if he were a bowler, you'd be able to get a strike and knock those pins down. He's done a great job underneath.
There's the first lady of those back-to-back world champions there on the left of your screen. The lovely Terry Daly sitting next to Dr. Ben Palucci's wife, Jean. And there's Chuck. They're back for the Bad Boys reunion. Montross with a hook that's short. And Bushler missed on the tap. Chuck, of course, here with the Orlando Magic. He's coached them to a 23-10 record so far. Harpering against Joe, working on the baseline, and Joe will be called by Leroy Richardson for the hand check. A moment ago, when Matt Harpering got the extra free throw, Leroy Richardson told us during the